I'm sure we are gathered here today to bid farewell to our colleague and President of the BMD, Secretary General of the UDC, and the running mate as the presidential candidate, Gomolemo Motswaledi. My president, my brother, my leader, my comrade, Gomolemo Motswaledi is no more. Gomolemo was the first president of the Botswana movement for democracy. He was elected in 2011. The position he held until his untimely death on the 30th of July 2014. Gomolemo was a true son of the soil, a man of integrity, an honest and truthful leader. On the formation of the Umbrella for Democratic Change, UDC, as I said, was elected to be the Secretary General of the movement. Botswana Movement for Democracy joined the African Liberal Network in 2012, and Motswaledi was appointed the Vice President of Southern Africa. MK Motswaledi was and still is the UDC parliamentary candidate for 2014. Motswaledi was present in July, elected as the Vice President and running mate to President Duma Boko in the 2014 general elections. We have no doubt he will continue to play that role. Gomolemo might be no more, but we know his spirit lives on. Gomolemo is no more, but his wishes will be protected, and a more democratic and accommodative Botswana shall come into play. What Motswaledi left unfinished, we shall endeavor to complete. They wanted to see a Botswana where people shall live free without fear of their own security agents. A society where all shall enjoy the fruits of their economy. No one should be left behind, he said. We are alive to the fact that the journey to self-emancipation is not an easy one. Nelson Mandela said, there is no easy walk to freedom. His ways have come to pass. We know we may have to cross many rivers of blood before we attain true freedom. We used to think Botswana was different, but we now know we are just like all other African states. History has taught us that at times, when governments are about to be disposed by the people, they tend to create situations where fear will reign in the minds of the people, with the hope that the people will abandon the struggle, as in the following cases has happened. On the 12th of September 1977, in a Pretoria prison cell, Comrade Stephen Biko was brutally murdered by the apartheid regime, and the same regime was the first to send condolences messages. An inquest that was carried out found that no one was responsible for his death, but we all know he died in the custody of law enforcement officers. Since 2008, we have observed unfortunate occurrences that take human life and are becoming a common thing in Botswana. If I am challenged, I can produce evidence to that effect. We are, however, not suggesting that our comrade was killed. We do have a lot of suspicion, though, on the circumstances leading to this accident. History will judge for us, as it has happened in many other accidents involving politicians elsewhere in the world. The second incident on code is that of Comrade Solomon Kalusha Matanga, who was hanged by the apartheid regime as a way of trying to scare the blacks from fighting for their freedom, but they never succeeded. Matanga met his death on the 2nd of March 1979, around 6 a.m. but he had his words to say before he was hanged. Tell my people that I love them, and I must continue the struggle, and that my blood will nourish the tree that will bear the fruits of freedom. Those were the words of Solomon. His words comfort us in this time of grief and sorrow. We believe the blood of Motswaledi was not spilled for nothing. It was the morning again of the 10th of April 1993 when Comrade Christian Nehemiah was gunned down in South Africa. The whole intention of killing Comrade Nehemiah was to cause confusion and chaos in South Africa, to try and cling to power. He was killed a year before South Africa gained its independence. The South Africans were made even stronger by his death. We shall be stronger and more determined than ever before to achieve the ideals that Motswaledi stood for, and he was ready to die for if need be. We have witnessed accidents in this region that were at the time they happened were believed to be just accidents, and later turned out to be staged accidents. Listed below are some of those. 1. On the 26th of December 1979, Comrade Josiah Magama Ogara was killed in a car accident in Mozambique. But it surfaced later that it was a staged accident. We are all informed that our leader, Comrade Gomolemo Motswaledi, had a fatal car accident, albeit under suspicious circumstances. We are still to know the cause of the accident. We are still to know the cause of the accident. In the year 1983, if I may take it down in history, on the 1st of April, Comrade Peter Elias Nanyem, the founder of the People's Liberation Army of Namibia, planned, and Secretary of Defense in the Swapo Central Committee, was killed in a car accident. He died in hospital, and these were his last words when he was lying in his dying bed. He said, "Comrades, I know I'm in a critical condition, but the struggle must continue." We in the BMT and indeed the UDC shall not be demoralized from continuing to fight for a better Botswana. We are very much alive to the threats that lie ahead, but we are determined to achieve the ideals that Motswaledi stood for. Motswaledi of late was talking much of the demise of any one of us. He would say, "Hey, how are you? You got to go so far, last I say, listen, you're moving to Motazaya, our ladies. I told Mubaba, when that I said, hope I'm not to die. Say, this is the Ramon, Renegami to more UDC. His words. And indeed, in a way, he was encouraging us that the death of any one of us should not spell doom, but should make us carry the banner and move on. He knew that anything could happen to him or any one of us, especially after having heard of the hit list, which of course the powers that be deny its existence, which is normal. It is not a loss to the BMD, UDC alone, it's a loss to this country, a loss to the continent, a loss to the whole world. Motswaledi shall be remembered by all of us. He has begun, of course, a difficult route he took. To be in the opposition is not an easy task, but he preferred to be there to fight for the liberation of his people, to make sure that Botswana becomes the Botswana that will all live in as a free nation. And I pray that this happens to this country. We would not love to see any more bloodshed in this country. We are tired as a nation. Many of our brothers and sisters have died in police custody and nobody seems to care. No one is taken to account. This is a sorrow, a situation that we don't envy as UDC. May the soul of our comrade rest in peace. Long live the spirit of no surrender, long live! Long live the spirit of no surrender, long live!